Okay, here's another League of Legends game coming your way, this time with Maokai in the jungle. Since he's getting a rework pretty soon, I figured I may as well get the video of him done as soon as possible. Lane matchups are as follows. I'm Maokai in the jungle against Jarvan. We have Draven partnered with Blitzcrank bot against Nidalee and Jace. We have Syndra mid against Orianna and Renekton top against Tryndamere.
This power I cannot control.
So the top lane match is going to be a little bit more interesting now that the lifesteal stuff has been nerfed. It's at a much higher premium, so the amount that Renekton actually gets from just his Cold Meek, I think the move is called, actually gives him a bit of an advantage.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I would end this burden, but it always returns.
But you can see primetime Draven. Hopefully that means he's good.
Not meant to be. Return me to the
Minions
forest.
have spawned.
We're going to start checking out some saplings.
Torment me no longer. There is no escape.
And what's going on?
I will end this misuse of magic.
So they shouldn't be getting any CS, and my red is not cleared, but
I could.
not much I can do about that at the moment. And I was kind of hoping Syndra would have came and helped because I took my W instead of my Q. But I guess in the end, if they were trying to get some pressure off Tryndamere up top, they were successful. Let's get another potion ticking,
Only I could.
and this is going to be the tough one.
First blood.
So Draven hit 2, she was only level 1.
Been slain.
Okay, I was planning on paying some attention to the bot lane just to try to get Draven snowballing, but it looks like he's doing that on his own. And that... I don't even want to call that an invade because it was so bad. But it backfired. And Ren's in a bit of trouble.
You should not defy nature.
So Maokai is actually good to gank at level 2 once you get your Twisted Advance. It's just the hope I was helping to get over here never came, so I didn't bother. And bot lane is snowballing, Orianna's pushed too far back, so I'm just going to keep farming.
This power I cannot control.
So due to the way things played out, I did not get to go over how Maokai works. Your passive is an ability that will tick as you cast spells, or spells are just cast around you, not just you exclusively. Here's the mouse over for it, Sat Magic. Once you reach 5 charges, your next auto attack will heal you for 7% of your max HP.
No escape.
And it's payback time.
Return me to the forest.
Okay, they're just too afraid. Orianna's out a bit now, so I need to try to work my way up there. Or is Syndra going back? Flag. Okay, Draven definitely has that under control. I'm going to try looping around this way.
This power I cannot control.
Okay, that thing's frozen. I'm not wasting my time then.
I would end this burden, but it always returns. This mages.
And I should mention these two are part of a pre-made, so I am going to start paying more attention at the top. Let's get up there. Your Q is Arcane Smash. This is one of your bets for what to max second. You can see it's a linear skill shot. You hit the ground releasing a shockwave. Nearby enemies are knocked back. Everyone that's hit by it is takes damage and is slowed.
Nature.
Slain an enemy.
So Jarvan messed up big there. And I'm going to toss a sapling up here because he may have started.
Return me to the forest.
Not ruling out the possibility he started red.
Punish their imprudence.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh, she's pretty healthy.
Rest. If only I could.
And I'm gonna sit here and wait to see. Never mind.
Once
And with Shockwave down, there is some time for Syndra to make a power play, but all in all, I definitely have to go back. I've held off on this a bit too long.
there is no escape.
So, since I couldn't clear the red buff like I wanted to due to their invade, it's going to spawn after the blue. But I am going to give this next blue to Syndra. Anyway, your W is Twisted Advance. You transform into a cloud of energy, you travel to a target, you deal damage, and you root them. And the thing that I forgot to mention is the CC from your Q and W does scale with rank, so you do have justification to max either of them. Whichever one you don't max first, you max second.
I will end this misuse of the
And it looks like she doesn't want it.
This power I cannot control. Torment me no longer.
So I'm definitely going to be focusing my energy on top and mid.
Rampage. Double
Looks like the
kill.
gank opportunities are going to be few and far between, sadly, even though Maokai is an awesome ganker. It's pretty much what he revolves around.
There is no escape.
And as I walk over to the red buff, I will mouse over the E. E is your sapling toss. This is really, really expensive for Maokai's small mana pool. The sapling will deal a little bit of damage on impact, and then it will walk around chasing enemies that approach, sort of like a suicide bomber.
Always returns.
Unfortunately, his saplings are not quite like Shaco's boxes where you can do a camp without any help, but they still are nasty in their own little way. Ooh, are they pushing out? No, they're not.
Return me to the forest.
Kind of expecting help to arrive for Tryndamere any time now. So I need to make my way back up top.
Dominating.
Rest. If only I
Double kill.
So even though this is turning into a real blowout, it's definitely worth uploading to show you don't do what Jace did. That just sets you too far back in lane and basically allows your opponent to snowball out of control. And Ren, can you get out?
Ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
once had peace.
Legendary.
And that's the best I can do, sadly.
But it always returns.
But yeah, I am definitely going to spend a little bit more time up here top. Let's get the wolves. And a shutdown. Hopefully that encourages them. Gives them motivation so they don't quite surrender. And finally, the last move is Vengeful Maelstrom. It's a toggle type move that you have to turn on. What it does is it creates this vortex where you cast it that will protect your allies, reducing the damage they take. And then after a certain amount of time where you run out of mana, you can activate it to release the stored energy. Deals maximum of 200 bonus damage with 100 base, so 300 damage. Nothing really outstanding, but it helps.
This life was not meant to be.
Looks like Nidalee has abandoned the bot lane. Ooh, she doesn't have enough for her ult, does she?
Return me to the forest.
Dead. Ooh. Reduced hitbox for the win.
You have slain an enemy.
This life was not meant to be.
And I shouldn't have dropped that.
To rest. If only I could.
And he's dead, so I'm not gonna hang around.
End this burden, but it always returns.
So for a guy who fed bot, he's sure talking big.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, Draven's just running away with this. I'm kind of expecting a 20-minute surrender.
To see twisted.
And I am gonna kill this real fast.
An enemy has been slain. An
Okay,
enemy
Tryndamere's
has
not
been
attacking the
slain.
tower like I was hoping he'd stick around for, but... Yeah.
You should not defy nature.
But let's look at Draven's build real fast. He went for Infinity Edge and he's seen on a Vamp Scepter. I don't know if he's gonna go Bloody the Rune King, Bloodthirster, or what exactly. But they're now starting to travel as the Gang Squad to try to stay in the game.
An ally has been slain.
If Syndra wants to go bot, I'll follow her. But Draven is half dead.
Cannot control. Return me to the forest.
Kinda hoping she saw that.
Not defy nature.
Bullseye. So as you can see, Maokai is very, very dangerous in a team fight with the way his setup works. It's just, this game may not go long enough for a team fight. The way they're losing ground just doesn't look well. But with my Q max, I can now max the W, and the root is now at 1.5 seconds, so it's going to be 2 seconds when maxed. And we can now give them a taste of their own medicine, I guess. Bullseye.
Enemy has been slain.
Yeah, I'm muting, dumbass.
This power.
Double kill.
They got Syndra out of all that.
Killing spree. Your turret has been destroyed. Double kill.
And I definitely have to upgrade my boots and buy a couple items. Going to get that. Going to get these, since there's so much AD on the enemy team.
This life was
And I
not
think that's
meant
good
to
enough
be.
for now. So, Sheen, pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to get the Iceborne Gauntlet so that I have even more CC at my disposal. As for the mid lane, we have Ori there. We have Jarvan.
Once had peace. Rest. If only
Don't know where they went exactly. Found one. Yes, you're taking the long way.
end this burden. Always returns.
Okay, there's 2 bots, so we can either push in the mid or...
Your turret has been destroyed.
Renekton can probably deal with them since he's so fed. Let's go for this.
Return me to the
Double kill. An enemy has been slain.
This life was not meant to be.
And fortunately my cooldowns are not friendly enough to allow me to spam for the Spellblade procs, especially since I need them for lockdown purposes.
Unstoppable.
reminds me of the, can't remember the guy's name from Ghost Trip right now. The Primetime Draven skin, that is. Yomiel? Crap. Kinda wanna go steal their blue. It'd be best if they just fall back. So the way Maokai is getting reworked is his W is actually going to be a % damage nuke of sorts that still scales with rank and just makes him an all-around nasty customer. But his ult will actually be mobile, it'll be around him. I don't know if it's going to do the same thing just yet, but I would like to pick him up. The downside is he's 4,800 IP, which is a bit expensive.
Dominating.
Bit of a lag spike there. So I don't know when exactly I'll be able to pick him up. Ideally it'd be sometime shortly after his rework, but the thing is, if he's free right now, he's probably not going to get another turn for a bit. Run faster, Gator.
Down.
This guy has Cutlass and his
Your
Shiv.
team has destroyed a turret.
It always returns.
I think it's a bit too early to be ending it.
Shut down.
But with the blue buff, I have more CDR, I have mana regen, so I can justify the spamming a bit. Maokai is not very good at counter jungling because his moves are all AoE, as you can see. That's really the best I can do. And this is an option if I get some help.
Double kill.
And that's how you fight as
Killing
Maokai.
spree.
This life was not meant to be.
Gonna join up with the rest of my group. Yeah, they're going to lose their base if Tryndamere doesn't get off his ass. Gain the Spellblade proc.
Enemy's inhibitor has respawned. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team
And
has
they
destroyed
surrender.
victory.
So, Maokai for you guys. I didn't see if it went long enough to justify its own upload, but now we have a video of him before his rework, at least for comparison purposes. There are a few guys I wanted to get while they were free this week. Graves, Swain. I did manage to play top lane twice, but unfortunately both games were ruined by my opponent. Since I was first picked, before I could pick into my opponent, I figured, well, it's been a while since I did Yorick, why not? And the enemy picks Jace and then spends the entire lane phase crying, I didn't want to lane against Yorick, wah wah wah. And all in all, it just made for a boring game. Unfortunately, round 2, Renekton was picked, I picked Ryze, and he just sat there, I didn't want to lane against Ryze, wah wah wah. And just like that, 2 games down the drain. So I don't know if when I'll get another chance for top, but if that's what you've been waiting for, you're going to be waiting a bit longer, sadly. I mentioned that I haven't been there too much as Karthus, and my past 2 experiences have been ruined. But anyway, if I have any more thoughts and observations about this game, I'll put it in the description. I'm the Hero of Light, thanks for watching, and goodbye.